Hello everyone and welcome to Flickering Myth. My name is EJ Marino and we are diving into a movie review today. We are talking about Coming to America. Sequels that come out decades after the original film are always a tricky subject, especially comedy movies. I think of the Super Trooper movie, I think of Clerks 2 and the new Bill and Ted movie. None of them really felt worthy of their first couple films, or they just felt like subpar to what was coming before it. But I think Coming to America might be a little bit of a change to that. I'm not here to say it's better than the original film, but I was surprised to see that this actually held up. The gimmick, the jokes, the characters, it all actually worked for me. I am surprised by that because I'm not the biggest comedy fan. I liked Coming to America, but it wasn't my favorite of these 80s comedies, especially the Eddie Murphy ones. So I was just like, what am I getting into with this? But I will say this is like a real movie. I don't know what I was expecting, maybe almost a parody and not like a serious comedy film, like them actually trying to have like good actors in it, to actually do gags that aren't just there for the parody's sake, to actually set up good comedic moments. There's stuff in here that genuinely like made me laugh. There is decent jokes in here that they set up and that they work on, they water them over time so it can grow into a big joke at the end. I'm genuinely surprised by things like this, and this sounds so shady, but when you get into these like late in the game sequels, you never know what you're getting. But I do like Coming to America, as surprising as that is.
And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher!
Now that he's gone from prince to king, Eddie Murphy's character Akeem is here to have a different adventure than the first one. He is coming to America not to find love, but to find a son he never knew he had. But here's the shock. Once he finds his son and the baby mama from The Thing, played by Leslie Jones, in a okay performance, they go back to Zamunda, and most of the film is handled there. I was so happy to see that. I was expecting to see the same, like, oh, we're in New York, and I'm like, okay, maybe New York in this new generation is much different than 80s New York. I can see the jokes there, but they didn't waste too much time there. We went to the barbershop. We go back to it later on, so it's not like the whole movie's in Zamunda, but I do enjoy that we spent enough time there to get what we want, but we built new gags in Zamunda. I don't think we spent a lot of time there in the first film. So to see them actually stay here, to focus on these characters, to see the culture here, I thought was very interesting. Where I really fell in love with this movie is its cast, especially two of its younger actors, Jermaine Fowler and KiKi Layne. I really love them. Jermaine Fowler plays the new son, who I was just like, oh, okay, cool. And then KiKi is Eddie Murphy's daughter. She is Mika, I believe her name is. She's kind of the one that should be in line, but the politics of the country says she's not allowed. So yes, when her and Lavelle get to actually have some moments where both of their characters grow and have moments I do enjoy, I think they're two of the strongest ones in this film. I like Eddie Murphy. I think Arsenio Hall was my favorite in the first one, and it's my favorite here again. I will also say Wesley Snipes was camping it up. He was the character that I was just like, okay, you're more in the parody movie that I expected, but I don't hate that, so maybe I wouldn't have hated this if it went down a different comedy route. These actors really commit to the bit. There is just so much in here that I did enjoy from the acting. I thought it was handled so well with a lot of the characters Eddie Murphy plays. There's a lot of returning characters with a lot of the stuff with his son, with his stuff, like the emotional stuff with his son. I believed, I felt, I understood. I really liked their relationship there. You could see it grow. You could see those little moments where like Lavelle's like learning stuff about Zamunda's culture, and you see Eddie Murphy go, oh, yeah, I genuinely kind of liked a lot of the character work in here. It's not my favorite comedy movie I've ever seen. I still think Barbara and Star Go to Vista Del Mar is my favorite comedy movie in quite some time, one of my favorites of this year, but I will say Coming to America will be up there with one of the better comedies, especially one of the better late-in-the-game comedies I've seen in quite some time. And it's the cast, it's the jokes, it's just the commitment to making a fun, respectable movie to its old 80s 80s counterpart and trying to do something still a little different. They mixed all of this together and it could have came out very bad, but I think this cast keeps it afloat. Alright everyone, that is it for my review of Coming to America. This movie is jam-packed with so many jokes. If there's 100 jokes in a scene, 50 of them work, but I will say the other 50 are pretty good. There's also some amazing cameos from some pretty big music names and an actor that I think we all pretty much love. So yes, I'm excited for people to finally get to see Coming to America. Let me know what you think of this review down in the comments below. Are you interested in seeing this movie? It comes out this weekend. I hope you get a chance to see it on Amazon. So make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe to Flickering Myth, and let's talk about Coming to America down below.